Hello, filter people, and welcome to the OLEOLOGY boiler room, or as we like to call it, the second stage of PFAS lockdown.
Oh, damn.
Oh, well.
PFAS is out of control.
PFAS is out of control, people, and really this is all to do with the COVID, and shout out to all of the peeps out there that are doing extremely well in the workplace and wearing masks and doing everything that they've got to do to make sure that we're all safe.
That's it, doing a great job.
Community, people, community, that's what we got to think about now. Ask everybody, are you okay? Make sure everybody's feeling good, Sarge.
Yes.
Make sure everybody's feeling all right, because
That's it.
Now's the time, people, to lock and load, get it hard. Do it for the country.
Either you draw a little smiley face or a sad face if things aren't going your way, but you got to keep up with methods of communication, because I try and smile at Chris and he thinks I'm frowning at him.
Exactly,
so,
exactly right. I can hear it in the voice, people. I can hear it in the voice.
That's it. But we hear all about PFAS, like we said. It's out of control.
Exactly.
It is literally out of control. We've got to get it down packed, remove this stuff. But
so, Sash, tell us some of the areas that PFAS is found. Share that to the viewers out there. Let us know, sort of, where it is, because everybody just thinks it's in firefighting foam. That's it. It's the only place.
Well, great question, Dr. Chris. The PFAS can also be found in paints.
Ooh.
Pesticides. So that's pretty obvious. It's infecting our food sources.
Wow.
Fast food packaging. Now, this is a big one because this affects everyone. This is what we call fast consumer goods. And
that's a big problem for me, fast food packaging.
yeah, you're doing a him at lunch. It's supporting the economy.
Exactly right, yes.
But fast food goods, you've got your pizza boxes, you've got your takeaway cups for coffee, anything that is protecting it. It's a great sealant, eliminating any sort of saturation from a liquid or oil. It's very good as a repellent.
Well,
Chris, where else do they come from?
Well, we can get it obviously in the firefighting foams. We've seen it in all of those sort of things. Photography. So in the early days when people had cameras and all of that sort of stuff, and bits and pieces with the films that were in cameras and bits and pieces that are being done, then in that, and also for stain-resistant products. So products like carpets, your carpets at home, if they've got a stain-resistant coating on them, then quite often that will contain PFAS as well. So
Damn it. Where else? There's got to be. I've heard there's some other uses around the household.
Okay. Well, how about some non-stick cookware?
Oh no.
So people many years ago, when your grandmother used to turn around and say if your non-stick cookware was cracked, that you should throw it out and get rid of it or replace it. There's a good reason for that, because if it contains obviously PFAS and bits and pieces in there, that's something that you don't want to ingest. So look, the bottom line with this is PFAS is everywhere, right? It isn't just in firefighting foams.
Yeah.
And I think you owe it to yourselves to certainly look online and make sure that you get, across PFAS. It is a highly soluble product, which basically means that it goes into water extremely well and it moves with water extremely well.
So all these products that we've mentioned, and obviously a lot of it goes to waste.
Absolutely.
And that waste, where does it go? Most likely to a dump site.
Exactly.
And it rains and it leaches out.
Yeah, exactly right. So landfill and leachate is going to be the next issue. Everybody's talking about firefighting foams and obviously defence sites, and they've been prominent, obviously. But the next thing is all of those leachate sites, all of those dumping grounds, all of those old early areas where people have now, they've been covered over with land and soils, and they've now got houses on them, and people are growing vegetables and doing all of that sort of stuff. So, it's an insidious contaminant, and it is a problem. So, obviously there's a number of technologies out there that can deal with it. We are one of those numbers that can deal with it, obviously. And we feel, obviously, because we're a little bit biased, that our technology is obviously a little bit more advantageous than some of the others that are out there. And one of the reasons for that is waste generation, and the fact that we can thermally oxidise all our basically waste, which is generated, our low waste, which is generated from our programs. So
that's it.
Yeah, really good.
And that's really why we want to do this video series for you people. Filter land, coalescing land.
Yeah.
To really understand how, as Chris said, insidious this issue is. It is everywhere. And even people who say, we don't use firefighting foam, we don't use any of these products. But you go, well, hang on a minute. We've actually had cases where PFAS has been found when they're dealing with engines, with certain lubricating oils, addressing the maintenance of machinery, because PFAS can also be found. It's very good as a heat resistant, as a lubricant, and where there's heat and lubrication in a machine, that's where it gets found.
Look, brake fluid's a classic example of that. Brake fluid is meant, brakes get very hot. Obviously the fluid that's in brakes doesn't, you don't want it to heat up too much and do that sort of stuff. So an additive in there to stop that from happening is very, very good. And obviously there's a lot of different PFAS compounds. PFAS is just the overarching name for all of the different compounds that are out there.
Good point.
And internally within. So if you hear somebody talking about PFAS, they're actually talking about the restaurant, people. They're not talking about all the meals you can buy in the restaurant, right? So each of those different meals that you get in the restaurant, or each of those compounds that you get in PFAS, all have their own issues and their own way of removal and their own way of dealing with them. And certainly our system removes all of the PFAS contaminants, not just those that everybody's talking about, the 4 or 5, which are out there, PFOA and PFOS, PFHXS, 10.2, 8.2, FTS, all of these ones which are on people's minds. The point is that we remove the whole range of those PFAS contaminants, and obviously in the future there's going to be more that will be found. That is effectively where it's at. So
we don't want to crowd too much information on you, because we literally could be here for hours. So always welcome to go to various websites, get your information. Essentially, we want to give you the most up-to-date information, so you're more than welcome to keep following these videos. And also head to the website. We've got some international articles there.
Absolutely.
Sources.
And reach out to us, I mean, we're in the front line. We're in the and we're doing it. So reach out to us, ask us some questions, ask us the differences, with some of these, where I can find, where I can go, where I can source information, who are the waste providers that are dealing with the, getting rid of the waste at the moment within Australia, and with the lockdowns and the walls, this is, posing a little bit of an issue around the country at the moment, and that's something that we're dealing with day to day. So if you want that information, by all means, please reach out. Saasha will put my mobile number and contact details and bits and pieces for us down the bottom. So reach out to me, and I'll answer some questions.
Don't be afraid.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Exactly right.
Look, Chris, I know it's Friday,
but
they're always so busy.
We are always busy in the boiler room, people. Busy in the boiler room. So, based on that, we're going to get back and do some work. We want you to have a very safe and happy weekend. And do it for the community, people. Do it for everybody. Make sure they're okay. And we'll see you back next Friday.
Yeah.
So, as we always say, stay well, stay happy, and value your time.